Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. And when I turned on my camera, I thought it was looking at my ceiling because it was all white, and I'm not used to that. I cleaned up my desk. Yay! Alright, I'm going to make a journal cover, I think. Let me look at my insides of my journal so I can see what the colors are. Like this one's greens and browns, mostly it looks like for that one. So I think I have the inks I want for that. And this one's got orange, reds, burgundies, greens. So this one's kind of like fall colors and some browns and some turquoises. So, and pinks. All right, this has got all the colors. So I'm gonna start with this one, I think. Well, to make the fabric for it. I'm actually, ooh, and I might want to use some stamps too at some point, but for right this second, I don't need those. They're just in my way. So I'm like, let me just move those over there for a second. All right, I'm going to use my inks. What inks am I talking about? Talking about my acrylic inks and mostly acrylic inks, I think is what I've got here. Which means, you know, once they dry, they'll be permanent. So that's good. That's all good in the neighborhood. There was orange, wasn't there? This is like yellow, but if I mix it with red, let's see what other colors do I have. Got brown. Oh no, brown cow. And I saw, hold on, let me go look her up. Arty Farty Annie is who I saw do this. I watched a little bit of her video, enough to be like, ooh, I want to do that. So I will also link her video below. I don't remember if she said what fabric she used. I've got a couple different fabrics. I had some muslin earlier, but I don't know where that went. I want to try it on this quilted sham. I know I should probably try it on the regular fabric first, but I don't want to. I want to just try it on this sham right away, and that would be, but I'm going to cut out the size, or a little bigger than the size that I would need. So right to about there. I'm going to cut this smaller. I should have gone ahead and cut it from that end. I think that's fruit punch or something, but you know, whatever. Because I spill stuff in my studio, and that was something I spilled at some point in time. I'm just going to leave, it's a little bit bigger than I need, but you know, and I have this paper under here, so if it does go through, we have that. I think I'm going to take this piece off the back side, because I will probably back it anyway, and it just kind of gets in my way. And if it gets in my way, then it gets on my nerves. I guess if I wanted it to be, ooh, grungy, I could do the back side. Oh, so now this is coming off, but that's okay. I didn't need that on there anyway. All right. So it doesn't look straight, but that's okay. We'll adjust that later. Right now, don't need alcohol inks. Those are fugitive, and they'll disappear. What's this one? Muted gray. I don't think that's one we want. White? No. All right, there was some teal. Oh, let me see if I can remember how she did it. I might need to rewatch that video for a second. I don't know. I've got a sponge in here that I think might be helpful with this endeavor. Oh my gosh. It was in here. Where'd it go? There it is. Way down at the bottom. Might be helpful. And if I start with the lightest color, okay, so if we're going to do some yellow, we should do that first, right? And then we can, all right, so she was just put it on there and then kind of, did she use water? I think she did. Just to like spread it around a little bit. Oh, I don't mind if like the lines show through. I'd be okay with that. So I'm just going to kind of put this in some different places and spread it around, move it out and about. It's pretty pigmented, so I really don't mind. And I don't mind if because I'll put colors next to them, like green and orange and red is what I'll put next to them. I won't, no, yeah, yellow, yeah. I won't put purple because that will brown it out. So unless I want brown, I won't do purple. So I'm just gonna get some yellow on there. I feel like I need just a little bit more here or there. But yeah, she did that, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. She did other stuff too. I'm just making the basic cover for now. I'm not doing anything else. Okay, so now we might want, that is copper. Don't really need copper. What's, oh, this is the transparent burnt sienna that spilled. I do want a little bit of that on there though, because we did have like some fall colors kind of in there. So that might be kind of nice, because it's kind of a, ooh, burnt. Well, that could happen. So you could either be more careful than I am, or just go with it. Yeah, it's kind of orangey. Kind of like a burnt orange kind of a deal, and I like that. I'm doing mine like a lot more random than she did, just FYI. You do it how you want to do it. If you want random, do random. It's all good in the neighborhood. I just think it's going to be really cool when it's done. Do I have like a red? I have a brighter orange. Well, it's technically Azo Yellow Deep. It's more yellow, but it's like an orangey yellow. So I'm just going to put it in a couple places, I think. Maybe 3 places. Don't need it everywhere. Just, did I spray here? No. Do you have to spray? I don't know. I think it moves a little bit better for you if you spray. I can't remember if she sprayed or not. I'm spraying. I choose to spray. I don't think I have any, like, red. I have this weird green. What's that? Gold? We could try gold. I have, I think this is muted turquoise. Oh, we definitely had turquoise in there, right? I don't mind if it yellows out a little bit. Like greens out next to the yellow a little bit. I'm okay with that. Well, now it's really green, but okay. We did have some, I kind of went over a little bit more than I really wanted to on that. But that's all right. That really spreads when you spray it. Like, all you have to do is spray it. If I don't want it to be so green, I just need to use a different part of the sponge, or a different sponge altogether. In fact, I do have, well, it's kind of pink, I think. It might not work so well, but we'll see. We'll just stick that on there and spray that. I think whatever's on there is not very, I don't know. Yeah, I want this to be a little bit more blue than that. Let's see. Oh, I also have some like olive green, like this green. I don't know. Oh, did I shake it? I don't know. Oh, I probably don't want it next to the orange, do I? Well, you know, if we get a little bit of brown, we're going to be okay with that. Oh my goodness. The other sponge worked better, I think, as far as being able to spread it. But that's okay. That is a fun green. You don't need a lot, because once you put the water on it, it spreads. And I don't mind that some of the white lines are showing through. I'm okay with that. I don't have any red, do I? What's this one? This is Sap Green Permanent. It's probably just slightly darker than this one. Let's put it next to that one, just to see what's different about it. Just a little bit darker. So you can't even hardly tell. So the two greens I have are fairly similar. I'll put a little bit more green over here. And no, I do not know if wetting it first would have made any kind of a difference. I'll put this one here, just for a little bit of variation of the green. Let's see. And I wanted some brown, right? Because we definitely had some brown. What is this one? I think, is this earth? It's probably the most, yeah, this one is red earth. It's the closest thing to red I have. I know if I put it next to the green, it's actually probably pretty close to the burnt whatever. The transparent sienna. It's probably, all right, put covers on. You already had one spill in your life. Do you want more spills? No, you don't. So pay attention. I think I also have like a more blue. I'll just use this side. I wish that well, actually, if I just, what's this one? A brown. Transparent raw sienna. Okay, that, I could put that on the yellow to like darken the yellow some. Or just kind of to have some, I do like how it's different. Oh, that's my phone, not yours. That's my alarm. I think the yellow just feels really bright, so I am going to come in here and, okay, now we know what would happen if you put it on when it's wet. I want to, the yellow's a little bright. That's all. Alright, let's just go ahead and wet the rest of this because it seems to spread nicely when it's already wet. Okay. Oh, it's like, it just, I don't know, it's already looking really cool. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. A little bit here, maybe. Try to keep the brown out of it. All right, what was this one? Prussian blue. Okay, here's some blue. Some very blue. I don't want it to turn green. Well, everything's green. Well, that one didn't soak in as much, so that's not so bad. Get some polka dots on here. I need to add more spray to that. Okay, now the blue and orange is going to brown out, and that's all right. I'm okay with that because, you know, there is some brown in the journal, so, you know, plus a little bit of brown. I don't need it to be super bright. I actually like the more darker kind of colors, I think. Okay, we don't have any blue over here. Yes, we dripped a little bit of blue right there. It's fine. It's fine. This part might not even hardly show. Let's go ahead and come up on the green with that one. Do a little bit of blue up here, maybe. So I might do one like this and then one with more like neutrals, because that would be fun, right? Do more of this raw sienna stuff happening over here. And some more of the turquoise. Is this one turquoise? Muted turquoise, yep. You don't need a lot. Whoops. Kind of go over the green a little bit, just a bit of neon here and there. What do we want to do down in this corner here? Maybe a little bit of the raw sienna. Which is, you know, kind of a, I don't know, it's just, it's dirtier than the yellow. The yellow is kind of bright. I just want to dirty up that yellow a little bit. Dirty it up. All right. Now, it's wet, which means it'll probably dry lighter. And then she also did some other stuff. I'm going to probably just do some stamping on it, I think. With just some background stamps. Or I could just leave it like this. I don't even know. She, I think, put like napkin images on hers. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd rather do stamping. Of what? I don't know yet. It needs to dry. I'm gonna heat dry it, see what happens. Quick tip. If you want it to dry a little bit faster and you want to have papers like for your journal, you can come in with some papers and just kind of press them down to lift up some of the wet, which will also lift up some of the color. And then you get that goodness. That's kind of fun. I might just go ahead and do it. Was this the journal? Is this the one with the, yeah, this is the one. Okay. Oh, I don't need the whole book. I can just take this, the outside page. Ooh, I'm going to do this with some of the, all right, this is an outside page, which might get glued down, but in case I don't glue it down, it'll have something on it. A little something, something. And let's see what other pages we have in here. I have this book page. So a twofer. We get a 2-for-1 deal here. We get the just little bits coming off on there, which is enough to give it some interest and color, and just, I don't know, kind of loving it. I'm loving it. What about this music paper? Why not this music paper? So yeah, I'm just pressing. Guess if I knew where my Baron was, I haven't seen my Baron in several days. So we'll try this. If I had my Baron, I would use my Baron. I don't know where. I cleaned off my desk, did not find it. I found the insulator. Well, the insulator was just on my desk. Yeah, just little bits of color coming off on the paper that I'm loving. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. What else do I have in this journal that I could add some color to potentially? That one's pretty much, that one's got color. Got this coffee dye paper. Ooh, what's the other side of this page? Alright. I'll do the coffee dyed paper. See what we can pick up. I figure if I do this, I'll get, you know, the journal will make much more sense. It's just little bits now because it's drying, but it just adds, it's still writable and it adds some interest. I'm loving it. There's a part that has a lot of the orange right there. Let's see if I can get some more of that. And then I don't think we've done much on the edge over here. So it should still be fairly wet there, potentially. See? Love it. And see, I'd done it on here, so I already knew it worked, but I was like, oh, this is a cool idea. All right, now I'm going to finish drying it. Now, the next thing I want to do is some background stamping. I've got my circles by Carrie. Sketchy circles? I don't know. The sketchy ones are open, I think. These are probably, did I write? No, because I did not know where this one was when I did his video. This was the one I couldn't find. So it does not have it written on the other side of what it's called. I need to do that still. I'm just trying to be random. Get it here and there, everywhere. That probably won't even show, but that's fine. And I'll just go ahead and get some of it off on there, because this is just fun paper to use later on. I'm thinking I might want some white too, and I'm trying to decide if I want to use paint or bleed-proof white ink. And I'm trying to figure out if I use the bleed-proof ink, how will I do that? Because if I use the titanium white, there's a good, even it's because it's still a little bit damp, the color may wick up through, or it might not. I don't know. I think I want some script too, though. Let's go ahead and do some random script here and there, also in the black. It's right here, new black. The reason it's, and this is permanent. So when everything dries, it should dry permanent and be all happy-go-lucky. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the Tim Holtz ones. I wish they put them on the back. If it said it on the back, then I'd be able to tell you, but it doesn't. But that's all right. Just putting in a few places. I'm not someone who likes to do like an all-over script. I'm more of a let's see here and there where we might like it. Just hints of it in the background, kind of showing that it's distressed kind of a deal. It just adds to the background a little bit. We already have circles, so I don't really want to do bubble wrap necessarily. Like that would be the easiest one to do white with. We have the small, medium, and ooh, we could do X's. Should we do the X's in white maybe? No, that would be weird. Let's do the X's in black as well. I don't know where my bigger one is. I cut off 3 on the side and 3 on the bottom. Or maybe 4 on the side and 3 on the bottom. I don't know how it ended up, but I do kind of want it to overlap in a couple places. Doesn't have to overlap everywhere, but yeah, X's and O's they want me. This is one of the sweater texture stamps of my design. This is going to be on the back, so it's okay. And I like it. And then I was thinking about, oh, there it is. I was thinking about using this one as well, which I might even do. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. That could have more. That could have a couple more. That could have a couple more. That could have a couple more. We don't need it to be like a square necessarily. So I just kind of press it on one part and then maybe off to the side there. And then this is this one's a larger pattern. All right, there's not a lot on there. Do I also want it in black? Yeah, I think I like all this in black. I could do white splatters later. That might be fun. Some white and gold splatters potentially could be a fun thing to do. The rose. It's like I think it's something rose. It's like a grungy rose. It's by Floral Davies. It's also sold at Pam Artist Studio. It is one of my favorites. I know it's more like a grungy rose, but it's just like a really cool shape to play with, and it's grungy and it's fun and it's gorgeous. I just love it. I'm not doing it. I'm just doing it randomly. I mean, sometimes I'm kind of like, oh, where my eyeball thinks it wants it. Remembering this is gonna probably get cut down a little bit. So yeah, there we go. There is a book cover, a journal cover. I'm probably gonna line the inside somehow. I don't know how yet. I don't know how that's gonna play out yet, but it will at some point. This is the pocket at the bottom. Okay. Oh, this is the outside bit. Still a little damp. This one's, I think this one's already filled. It just needs to be sewn into something. So, I think I need to straighten out the bottom a little bit. Ooh, I could make that I think I have enough there to make a pocket on the inside. Might do that. All right, it's still damp. It needs to dry more. And I'm thinking I might make that a pocket. So I might line this with like a file folder or something just to give it some, I mean, I do like a soft cover too. I don't know. When it's dry, I'll figure it out. And in another video, you'll see that all finished. But that's that cover. Cover number 1. Let's flip this over. Cover number 2, I think we'll use some muslin because it's kind of a plain, and it should be big enough. I don't know. Hoping it will be big enough. Did I make sure it's big enough? No, I did not. All right, this is the journal for this. Let me see. Does it go around twice? Because then I can almost. Okay, so I can go ahead and figure out the height of it now. Give myself a little bit of excess. There we go. All right. And I could even do the lighter side that doesn't have the spots as much, but this is going to be the neutral one, so we're good. It's too big to work with at this moment in time. So, and I could do something else on the inside anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it down a little bit more, just so that it's easier to work with. This one will be the neutral. I mean, it may still have some reds and oranges and greens, and I don't know. It's just probably not as much of the bright yellow. That's the only, and it's on a neutral background. So, and also when you're working with the inks. Oh, and I was going to try to do watered down acrylics. At least in a couple spots, because then I can use, where is it? If it's in here, oh, that's kind of a fun color. Watered down, oh, I wanted to use It's not in here. Of course it's not in here. Why would it be in here? All right. I do have this soft body paint, and I'm just going to water it down. Just gonna put some on a gel plate just so I can water it down, because I think that will work nicely. Potentially, I've got the dark one too, because I am aware that acrylic inks and India inks are expensive. I'm aware. So, but most everybody has acrylic paint. If you want to use acrylic paint on fabric, usually they recommend you put some kind of a medium in it. But since we're watering it down to make it more fluid, I don't want, and it's not going to need to be washed. I wouldn't worry about it too much, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to start with this color in a few places. And then, oh, we're going to get a little green in there because there's green on the back of that. Yep, there's some green in there. There's green on this side, that's why. It's fine because there's some green in there, so we're not going to worry too much about it. We're just going to get that off of there. Go back to the other side. And what I might do is still use some of my other paints, my inks as well. But we'll know that the browns are paint, and we can kind of have an idea of what that feels like in the end. Pretty sure this is burnt umber, raw umber. I don't know, one of those. Because I think that also they will spread differently. Alright, so we've got a little bit of that on there. Let's go ahead and, this was muted violet. I didn't have any violet on the other one. I know there's no violet in this. No, we're not going to use violet. I know I saw violet. This is the transparent burnt umber. Do I want to go more browns and greens? I think browns and greens maybe. Oh, there was a pink in there. That's black. We don't need black. This is the sap green. I kind of liked how there was some of the white before that came through. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that much with this or not. Time will tell. Spread that out. Okay, going over into the brown. That's fine. What other colors did we have in there? We had browns, oranges. Where's the orange? This orange? It's kind of a bright orange. We can de-brightify it though with, well, put it one place. Got to put it in more than one place. But we might. Oh, that's where I should. That's where I should have come in with the paint. That's because I got the Azo Gold. All right. Let's water down some Azo Gold. Nice thing about the fluid, they're also expensive, just so you know. The nice thing about the fluid acrylics, though, is they hold their pigment even when you water them down. I'm just going to kind of mix that in with the other orange that was a little bit on the bright side. If I go off screen, I apologize. I kind of forget sometimes that I'm going to be, right now you could, my camera is back far enough that you can see everything. But when I zoom in, later, it's going to be different. I'm not sure how I feel about this right now, but that might have something to do with the colors I'm using. And all the muddiness because I'm using the same sponge. So I'm getting quite a bit of muddiness. Where'd my spray go? I wanted to go ahead and use some of yellow ochre. I think would have been nice. Oh crap. Don't mind me. And I guess another way to do this would be like to just do the dipping method instead of the wiping method, but which is, you know, my go-to is usually, you know, dip it. Smoosh it. Smoosh it real good. Let's smush some of this over here. put a little bit more green down here. I'm going to do a little turquoise. This is the India ink teal. Almost gone. I want to do, oh, or it's gone. Did I put water in there at some point in time to use the ink, the pigment, and then it all dried? I don't know. It's all dried up at the bottom. Why is it all dried up at the bottom? Because it's all dried up at the bottom. I did not know that could happen. It's not mixing. All right, we'll go back to the, is this turquoise? Oh, that's blue. Wait. No, that's turquoise. It will green out some too when it mixes with the, and brown out, do all the weird things. But that is something that is probably in all of my journals is the, navy blue and teal blue. Those are often used in my stuff. This brown is looking almost violet, a little violety. Whoops, I just had some up there, which is kind of making me want to add a little bit of violet. Which I'm not opposed to. I'm not opposed to a little bit of violet in here. I think it could actually be a little bit fun. So you never know how these things are gonna. Now, I kind of like when it's wet and how it kind of spreads in there, but that's all right too. Let's add, oops, a little violet. I do like violet and green next to each other. There's whatever's mixed in there is what's happening over here. A little bit of muddy, but that's all right. This is a muted pink. What if we put that in there? Sorry, Mo. Oh my goodness, spray already. I filled, well, it's already happened. Look, I filled it up earlier. What happened? I don't mind the pink on there actually, with the browns and the yellows and the teals and blues. Kind of, I don't know. Pretty muddy right now, so it's fine. Flip it over to the green side. I'm kind of pressing really light on the edges just so it doesn't mix as much. I kind of want it to blend more than mix, if that makes any sense. And also leaving them open over here, which feels dangerous. Dangerous, living life on the edge, leaving your inks open, flipping it. Just pressing really lightly right now, just so it will kind of do some things. And I could even, like with my inks, I could come in with either, I might come in with some navy blue. I have Prussian blue, but it's not quite as dark blue as I want. I would rather it be, all right, we got the Prussian blue. Let's mix in a little bit of black. Like 1 drop of black. See what happens. How do we mix that? How did I mix it before? I don't know. I'm just going to mix it with my finger because I don't like myself. Is that a lot darker? It's a little bit darker. Well, we'll try. It's going to mix with green anyway. Definitely different than what's already on there. Almost, well, because I've got the green on the back here, it's just kind of looking like a forest moss a little bit. Dip it in there. There's no other way to get it over here. Oh, that would have been one way. I don't know. Did not leave much natural fabric showing through, did we? Let's see. We've got some violet here, some violet here. Do we need violet in a third place? We don't need it, but we might want it. A little bit. Oh my goodness. Let it spread. There are some colors that I could just kind of let spread a little bit more naturally, maybe. We've got bright bits of orange here and there. We got it in 3 places. I don't know which will be the front and which will be the back. Some of this is going to get folded over too, so it won't really, it just won't show quite so much. Yeah, I think I need to dry it now. Okay, I'm going, well, you know, ahead and just do these in that color, and then I'll go wash it. All right, just to use up that ink. All right, I'm gonna dry it and then I'll be right back. I did go ahead and do some of the papers to just get some color on them as well that are in the signature. And I think I lost a lot of the brown, so I'm gonna do, and because it was wet, the dots have kind of bled a little bit, which I'm okay with. That's I don't have a problem with that. I'm gonna use the same stamp I used before because this is gross. I'm gonna do it in brown this time, and I'm thinking about bringing a stencil in, but I'm not totally sure. I'm gonna, especially where there's like really light spots, where it's gonna show up a little bit more, I think is where I definitely want to have some of this. I don't know what weighs up. Just kind of here and there, every which way, sideways, upside down. There's no wrong way to do it. Just do it till you're happy. So yeah, just maybe not put your ink upside down like that. And then I was trying to figure out how to get some more pattern on there. What was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking. I want to grab a stencil of some sort. This one. We like this stencil. This is one of our favorite stencils. Alright. So, using the permanent ink again, I'm going to bring some more brown to the front. How now, brown cow? With a brush, I moved all my stuff. All my stuff got moved. Oh, the small one will probably be good. Make sure it's nice and... I don't want to put it everywhere. I'm just going to put it in random places, I think. And see what it looks like. Probably should have done that. Yep, I like it. I was just gonna, I'm like, just see what it looks like. See if I like it. And of course I do, because it's the medallion stencil. So, you know I'm gonna like it. It's one of my favorite stencils. Oriental lattice. I call it medallion. It's not medallion. It's oriental lattice. And I want to call it medallion all the dang time. Don't know why. Just kind of random. Especially, you know, just... especially where I see where it's lighter. There we go. Bringing in some of that brown. I'm not lining it up perfectly. I'm just kind of lining it up somewhat. So that they're at least, you know, in a general right place where I want them to be. But because I'm not lining them up right next to each other, I'm not too worried about if it lines up perfectly. Well, that one's next to each other, but not necessarily totally. Alright, so I like that. I like it very much. I think that was a good choice. Brought in some more of the brown. I was sad to have lost some of the brown. We brought some of the brown back in with some stamping and some stenciling. So now we have like this medium size and the small size and the really small with the. So now I need to figure out what I want to do. How about some bold lines? I might want to do that in a few places. Let's see. I'll start. This one's by Sophia. I'll start here. It's called Wonky Strip. And if you kind of like alternate the things, you can get kind of like a border happening over here. So I did the thin side, and now I'm coming in with a wide side, and it just kind of is cool. And I'm just going to probably keep putting my ink upside down, because why would I want it to last? I don't know. That's just crazy talk. I want it to show. Yep, there we go. It's going to show nicely right there. Come in further on that one. And also in the center, want to do some And then I want to do this here. I'm not pressing the whole thing down. I'm just kind of here and there. And there. I don't know, how does that look in the camera? Hopefully it looks even, it might even look better in the camera than it does to my eyeballs right now. I don't know. Oh, I don't think this will work, but I kind of want to see if it will. It's still a little bit on the damp side. Probably should. This is it white or is it ivory? It's ivory. Ivory might be okay though. I don't know what it will look like though. I kind of wish I had like some spare fabric to try it on. I'm thinking of outlining the circles. I don't know how that will. Well, we don't have to outline all of them. We can just start with one. We don't even have to like outline the circles. We could even just go some outline circles near the circles. They don't even have to match up. They can just be the sketchy kind of circles. Open though. I did it down in the corner just in case I didn't like it. I don't hate it though. It's kind of fading into the background, so it's not as bright as I was afraid it was going to be. So it's kind of okay. And to make it look on purpose, which it is on purpose, we'll do it in a couple more places. About the same size as the circles in the back. It's a little bit damp still. It's not totally dry. But, you know, if you don't have the stamps and stuff, you can make marks with permanent markers or with the acrylic paint markers. Any of those will work. Now, hopefully this will show a little bit in the front and the back. These circles seem to be bigger than those circles, but that's okay. We're not going to stress about it. We're just gonna come over here with it a little bit and come over here with it a little bit. Okay, and then do some up here. Getting a little bit lost in the, it's fine. We're not worried about it. If it wicks up some of the color, that's okay too. They're just gonna blend in more. But there'll be a little bit of lightness on the fabric, which will be kind of fun. I like to make my own fabric. I think it's fun. This is the first time I've done it like this, I think. So let's see, when this is folded in half, then we'll have a couple over here. So 1, 2, probably want some down here for a third place on each side. Apparently the eyeball likes things in threes. So I've heard. I never went to art school. I don't really know these things. But we will do the threes kind of things, she says. But then she usually does a fourth because she can't help herself. But it's a half. It's like 3.5. There's just a couple up there. Okay. 1, 2. We'll do some up here. I also like it going off that page sometimes. I'm really bad about putting it in the middle, so it's amazing that I did that. That's growth. That's progress. Put it in the middle like that. That is growth and progress. You know what I'm saying? Don't need it to be all perfect and everything. Just have a couple going off the side like that. If you don't like to draw your own circles, Carrie does have a stamp that does circles similar to that. And my hand's very dirty. That's okay. I use a cuticle remover somebody recommended, and that helps my hands get cleaner faster. It doesn't work perfectly, but they get cleaner faster. This is still a little bit damp. It may dry a little bit lighter, but you know, that was fun. I had fun. That's part of it. If you have fun making it, it's even more fun. It's more better. But yeah, I thank you. What was her name? Artie Farty Annie. Thank you, Annie, for the idea. Yeah, I hope you guys have a delightful day, and we'll in a future video. I won't say it's the next one because I'm kind of squirreling all over the place. In a future video, we will finish those journals. So yeah, Shauna, you might not want to decide on a journal yet. Just saying. Love you guys. Have a delightful day. Bye.